Hello, everyone, and welcome to the official Zen Project 8 coaching experience. I'm Cassiah Jay. I want to welcome all of you who are tuning in for our show today. I'm here with New York Times bestselling author, celebrity fitness and nutrition expert, and our Zen brand ambassador, my dear friend, Mark MacDonald. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Cassiah, I'm so happy you're back. We missed you last week. And hello, Zen Project 8 community.
Well, I am super, super excited to be back. I have missed all of you, of course, and my travels have been just extraordinary. I mean, what an amazing experience to take a Mediterranean cruise and do all of this fun stuff. And actually, next week, I'm leaving for Switzerland. So I can't wait to share more about that with you guys. But it is good to be here this week. And I know we've got quite a show lined up. So why don't you tell our audience our subject matter? What are we covering on tonight's show?
Yeah, you know, the cool thing is with all your travel, Cassiah, like this show is designed, tailored for you. So listen, everyone, I know not everyone, it's not officially summer yet, but it is summertime. And that's why we're going to be focusing on how to rock the Zen Project 8 plan program throughout summer and how to stay on plan on vacation.
I love it. All right, so we've got lots of stuff to cover, but as usual, let me just share my screen with you guys. Let's go over a couple of housekeeping notes. If you want more information on our program, just go to zenproject8.com. You'll land here, or get with the person that introduced you to this video, get more information. Remember, we've got 3 phases, the detox, the ignite, and the thrive. So each of those phases, you've got a guide. I want to encourage you guys, download your phase guides. You can see right here, cut, clean, and flush. That's part of your detox program. So you just click this button and download this to your desktop. Also, we've got an amazing Facebook community, a thriving Facebook community. So I want to invite you guys to be a part of this. When you get in there, there's a pinned post from Mark, and this is all the information that you need to get started in our amazing program. So everything that you need is on this pinned post. So again, get with the person that invited you to this broadcast or leave us a comment at hangouts.zenproject8.com and we'll make sure that you get included into that group. We certainly want to make sure that you guys come in and get all of the information that you need. Also, last week, Mark did an amazing hangout on hangouts.zenproject8.com all about your Zen product line, why it was created, how it works with the program here. So if you missed that, catch last week's episode. You want to make sure you go there. Additionally, Mark is so generous with his time. He's been doing some Facebook Lives. We love live, right? That's what we're doing right now. It's just super fun and engaging. We really enjoy this platform to be able to communicate with you guys. But Mark, I would love for you just to share the 2 Facebook Lives that you've done already and what people can look forward to each week as you share in real time these coaching experiences with our audience.
Yeah, well, you're my guru, Cassiah. So as we know, she is the digital media expert of all experts in the world. And we were on a road trip together in LA and Vancouver. And Cassiah said, this is what you need to start doing. This is how you could do it in a group. So I got my iPad Pro, and I've done 2 so far. I did the whole Zen Project 8 plan. So you have something that really walks you through our plan, our products, and our community. And then last week I did what makes Zen Fuse so special, the complete 401 on it. And then on Wednesday this week, I'm going to take the webcast from tonight and really teach you how to hand build your own MRFK. I'm going to talk about some of that tonight, so don't be ready for that. But we're going to do a special one right on Wednesday. So every week I commit to doing at least 1 Facebook Live. And if I feel extra motivated throughout the week, I'll do another one.
I love it. I love Facebook Live. I am a huge advocate for this platform. I think it's just genius. I think we love communicating with one another in real time. So if you catch Mark on a Facebook Live, ask him some questions, chime in, be part of the conversation that's going on. And of course, make sure you join those if you see them in your newsfeed and he is live. We've got some really cool thing right now. For example, right here on your screen, you should see our Zen Summer Shake Contest. And I don't know about you guys, but I love a good protein shake. And I love seeing ideas from you guys. I mean, seriously, it's amazing all the cool things that you can do with our Zen Fuse. So Mark, why don't you tell us a little bit about the contest? And I know we've got some winners that we're going to be talking about. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yeah, so Cassiah, I think we all love a shake. And when it's hot, man, a shake tastes so good. And when we look about June, June is fruit and vegetable month. So what better time than to do a summer fruit shake up here? So there's 3 things you need to be part of this competition. We have 3 winners tonight. Each week we're going to choose 1, but because we're kicking off, we're doing 3. But there's 3 things you need. Number 1, you need to use Zen Fuse. So you can use chocolate or vanilla, or you can use both, as I'm going to show one of the winners tonight did that. You then need to use some type of summer fruit because this is We want some variety. We want some excitement. We want someone to look at a shake and say, wow. So you have to use a summer fruit, and it has to stay PFC, which is protein, fat, carbohydrates, every three. So it needs to stay balanced to balance your blood sugar. So drum roll, Cassiah, are you ready for the 3 winners this week?
Let's do this.
And remember, the winner gets 1 free bag of Zen Fuse. You get to choose chocolate or vanilla, but you get that. So the first one, I'm going to share my screen, goes to the Deborah Powell, and I love this. She did, and let me pull it up here. She has a little bit blueberry mango aspect here, and I love it. And we're going to have blogs on each one of these, so it will all be set up for you. But she threw some blueberry and some mango. Cassiah, what do you think about that?
Yes, please. Maybe my 2 favorite things of all time. I am obsessed with mango. Anybody that follows my Snap knows that's one of my favorite fruits ever. And fresh blueberries, you can't go wrong with in a shake. So well done, Deborah. I love it.
Now, our second one, and I love this because Kathleen, and I will never pronounce her name correctly, Camiro, she'll correct me on it, from Los Angeles, California. I think Corona, actually. Kathleen's a school teacher, and she loves shakes. She did a post because she said, you know, I'm not a salad person, but I'm a shake person. So she brought in what I love, and let me bring this up here. It's the Neapolitan, which is a chocolate and a vanilla right here, and it has strawberries and banana. So with Deborah, we have the entire blueberry mango. With Kathleen, we have some vanilla fuse, some chocolate fuse, and some strawberries and banana. So well done, Kathleen.
Excellent. I love that this is in a goblet. I talk about this all the time, that for whatever reason, when I put my shakes into a wine glass, they taste better. So well done. But I love that you mix the proteins. I think that sounds amazing. Thank you for sharing such an amazing recipe, Kathleen. Kudos.
So that's 4 fruits so far. But you know, there's a fruit that a lot of times we forget is a fruit, and it's called lemon. So we have a minty lemon bar made by Mindy Mattis. And let me bring this up. And I love this picture. This picture just makes you want, and I'm not a lemon lover, by the way. I'm not a big lemon or lime lover. My wife, Abby, is, but I'm not. But I got to tell you, this picture makes me want a little lemon. What do you think about that, Cassiah?
That is delicious. And I just came back from Italy, where lemons are, readily available and quite delicious. So I would say I would drink this in a heartbeat. I love the mint. I love the lemon. It's definitely a twist on what I would never make the connection, but I love the concept. So I'm going to have to try it. It looks awesome.
So all 3, so congrats to all 3, Deborah, Mindy, Kathleen. And just remember, each week, so we have 3 more weeks of this left. You have to submit everything by Thursday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. Submit that in. We're going to announce new winners next week. You get a free bag of Zen Fuse. And Cassiah, can you give us, because you are the picture queen, can you give us a little bit of tidbits on how we want these pictures? What feedback would you have? Because these are going to be blog posts, and we're going to share these everywhere. So give our audience some strategies on how to take the best shake picture.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what matters always is presentation. So be thinking, I love that Kathleen put hers in a goblet. I think that makes a great presentation. I saw a mason jar there. That one looked beautiful. With the ingredients that you're using, oftentimes draws a correlation to the audience. So we saw there the picture with the lemons. We knew, and that made us actually crave that. We were like, oh, that looks delicious. So with the ingredients that you're using would be great. Things that are well lit, so you don't want like a dark grainy picture. You want something that's beautiful, that maybe is taken during natural daylight. That tends to really help great photography instead of the flash, but just make sure it's well lit. And then take from different angles. I love seeing on Instagram food that's been photographed from directly above, so you're actually taking it at a right over top. And then a couple of angles, a couple of high quality pictures. If you could just send it to our team so we can make sure we can use it and publish it and that it looks amazing. Of course, that's a reflection of you guys. And I'll tell you what, Mark, our group does a great job of posting really high quality images. So there's just a couple of tips you guys can start to use, not only for food posts, but for Instagram, other products that maybe you're posting about. Just keep in mind, you know, the placement, product placement, ingredients that you're using, and keep it well lit, high quality.
Love it. Thanks, Cassiah.
You're welcome. I love that. And you know what, Mark? I've got some questions for you because we've got rapid fire. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, cool. I've got 4 questions for you tonight for our rapid fire Q&A, which I know is one of our favorite parts of the show. So question number 1, people want to know, is Zen available in bulk order so they can stock up and get a discount? Also, is there a first order bonus for the transformation kits?
Yeah, so obviously we have thousands of customers, and many of you are Jeunesse distributors as well. So when we think about this, we wanted to create an opportunity where if you wanted to buy in bulk, because that's been a huge request, you could. So in quantity of 10s of the entire Zen product line, it's in your back office. You can get a big discount on the shakes, on the fit, on the shape, on the prime, so that you can actually buy in quantity. So we just launched that last week. And we know so many of you are living the program and you're sharing the program. And, you know, I know you're doing that just because, and Cassiah and I know that, just because you love helping people. But we want to reward you on that. And that's why we increased the first order bonus on the transformation kit to $40 for anyone that you do. So that's not just wholesale retail. That's anyone who buys the transformation kit, you get additional $40 first order bonus on that.
Very cool. Okay, good to know. Thank you for clearing that up. That's super helpful for our audience watching. Next question, should I weigh myself every day? That's an interesting one. What do you think, Mark?
Everyone yelled, no, you should not. Look, I've seen this nonstop in the post, and I get it. We have a lot of, I mean, the reality is that 90% of people who start using a shake want to lose weight. So, and most people have lost weight, they're addicted to the scale. We have to be reality here, 1% at a time. Your weight can fluctuate 5 pounds within the day at least. So if you're weighing yourself every day, how much salt you had the day before, if you exercised a little bit and you felt a little bloated, if you stressed, if you didn't sleep well, all of these variations will affect your scale weights. Weigh yourself once a week, the same time, preferably first thing in the morning, naked, same scale, weigh yourself, and then that will give you one piece to your equation. But when you weigh yourself, do your inches. If you have a body fat scale, measure your body fat. Do multiple levels so that you understand that it's not just that number on the scale that we determined. So once a week, max.
Yeah, I love that because it is important to track and measure, right? Because I always say what gets measured gets improved, but not to be obsessive. Like every day, it's just not going to add up. So make sure that you're not doing that. Like Mark says, once a week at the same time and keep measuring that progress, I think is great. Also, I have a body fat scale, which I really love. Then you don't have to worry about where you're doing your tape measure. And it's so confusing to try and do that. And it just takes up time. But if you have a body fat scale that will tell you your percentage and scan your body for that, I think it's just well worth the investment.
One more quick thing on the body fat scale. Tanita is probably your best one that you can get. It makes a great scale. This is what you have to see. If you're, let's say that if you're 50 pounds or 60 pounds or maybe even 40 pounds overweight, you might have to start at a normal healthy weight. Like they'll ask you for like your level of fitness. The leaner you get, you have to shift yourself to an athlete or the body fat will start adjusting because it uses something called bioimpedance, which is electric current through your body. So make sure you stay on top of that. But we have too many posts. I think it's about 5 or 6 a day, Cassiah, that people are letting the scale determine their mood that day. And guys, listen, you can't do that. It will only sabotage you. It will not show you the full picture. So be careful once a week.
Love it. Once a week, guys. All right. So next question. What are a few ways to spice up my protein? People want to know, how can they make their food more tasty?
Yeah, I have all these visuals for our segment, but I forgot my Mrs. Dash visuals. So I want you to imagine Mrs. Dash salt-free. Go to the food aisle. And all you need to do, I did a segment on this a few weeks ago with CNN, and you just go down the food aisle and they have garlic and herb, onion, so many cool things. Just make sure it says no salt, have a blast with it. If you're in the thrive phase, a salt that I recommend is pink Himalaya salt. It doesn't cause the same bloat. It's a cleaner version of salt. You can take that on. But just simply adding a little garlic or adding a little Mrs. Dash spices things up. And even though I'm not a lemon lover, I'll tell you, lemon on some chicken is pretty good. So when you get some high quality tomato sauce, no sugar added, once again, makes your protein, spice it up. So get creative. You don't have to add salt. You don't have to add calories. You can get creative and just make your food taste good in your protein.
I think we should repost our webinar that we did with Valerie Cogswell.
Oh, yes.
Some amazing ideas on spicing up food. So definitely great tips. And those are all good. I love the lemon pepper. They've got amazing ones. Guys, seriously, if you're serious about your program, just go buy all of them. Like all the Mrs. Dash, like if they're salt-free, just throw them in the cart because you're going to use them.
I love this one. So on HLN this weekend, we're doing a Father's Day segment about, I call it man cave cooking. So where Valerie did her amazing segment, I'm going to do the most simple way for us men that want to do that. Or if you're busy, what you can do. So you're going to have 2 versions, and we'll do a segment on this too. You're going to have the Valerie Cogswell chef version, and then you can have the man cave version. So wherever you fit, go for it.
Oh, that's so fun. I can't wait to watch that. I think that's perfect too. A good balance, the yin and yang, you know. The next question, Mark, is people want to know how many days do they need to exercise to maximize their results on the program?
Yeah, so it goes back to if you're starting and you're not exercising at all, once a day, you know, once a week is a start, or 3 times a week for 15 minutes is a start. But you can't expect your results are going to come rapidly if you're barely active. Initially, food will help you lose your bloat and burn some fat, but the leaner you get, you got to raise your game with your exercise. So in a perfect world, you're doing 4 to 5 hours a week. You're doing a mixture of some strength training with some high intensity cardio and some fat burning cardio. And this is a perfect time, Cassiah, for them to just go to the YouTube channel on Zen Project 8, watch the segment we did on exercise, and that will give you a place to start from and where to go to.
Perfect. I love that. Definitely get involved in those videos. They're already done for you guys. So like Mark said, youtube.com/Zen Project 8. That's what everything is. So you can find those videos there. Okay, so tonight's segment, Mark, we're going to move right into this. We're talking about summer and vacation tips to really live ZP8. So this is perfect because, you know, I've pretty much been around the world 3 times in the past 6 months. So my travel schedule is quite heavy these days. And trust me, I am not complaining. I've seen some of the most beautiful places in the world. I have nothing but fun with our Jeunesse family and the things we get to do. It's really enjoyable. But these are definitely some really, really fun things to talk about. So you've got lots of tips for us to really make sure that we are following the plan and that all of us are able to maintain these guidelines and live a healthy lifestyle while we're traveling. So why don't you tell us your first tip?
Yeah, so we got 3 tips, Cassiah, and I know I'm going to share it, and then you're going to share how you've implemented these on the road. So the first one, and everyone knows it, say it, MRFK. Be prepared with your mobile readiness food kit. Now, there's a few things. Let me bring like visuals. This is a cooler you have right here. So this is like, I have 3 types of cooler. So if you're traveling, this is like my little quick cooler. Then I have a bigger 6-pack cooler, and then I have a road trip cooler that has its own little refrigerator in it. So find the cooler that fits right for where you are. If I'm taking Hunter to swim, or if I'm going on a quick little road trip with the family, I might just do a little cooler. But if I'm going away for a weekend, then I'm bringing a bigger cooler. And if you're like Cassiah and you're traveling the world, then you need to have a cooler that still you can pack, but is able to set you up to win when you're at the airport. So number 1, cooler. Number 2, you got to get some ice packs. You have to make sure if you're traveling, you can't always bring ice packs, but if you're going on vacation, if you're driving to the beach, if you're not traveling in the air, you can bring some ice packs to keep your stuff cold. If you're going hotel to hotel, get some sandwich baggies, put a little ice from the hotel, keep your stuff cold, and double up those sandwich baggies so they don't leak. Then you got to get your favorite protein, fats, and carbs. You know, this is why we love Zen. We have Zen right here. You have your little water bottle right here, and then you have a shaker as well. So you can bring a shaker, and at any time, this is a meal that you can just plug and play. So this is why we made, remember, you have your proteins, your fats, and your carbs, and then you have your shakes, your meal replacement. The beauty about Zen Fuse, it can be used as a protein boost, but it can also be used as a meal replacement. So you can implement that. Then when I look at my favorite protein, fats, and carbs, I love Epic. So Epic is they have turkey bars, chicken bars. You're saying, Mark, wait, that's not as clean. Yeah, but if you can do boar's head, if you can do real fresh meat, bring it. But when you travel, that's not easy. So get low sodium like Epic bars, Ostrom sticks. Get some good nuts. Like I love pecans, or you can do cashews or almonds. And then you want to make sure you get your fruits and veggies. I use stuff like Clean Canteen right here. These are great. You can put hot or cold. I got some almonds right in there, if you can see right there. And they don't leak, and they fit into a cooler. So you want to make sure you have the right tools for your MRFK by having the cooler, by having containers, and then list out 3 to 4 of your favorite proteins, fats, and carbs, and then make sure that you have your Zen. And you know, for Canadians and still North America and all the Europeans out there, Zen Pro already comes in sachets. Eventually Zen Fuse will get there, but you can bring your Zen Pro. When I travel, I bring my Zen Pro and my Zen Fuse. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of times, my Zen Fuse, I'll put in a little sandwich baggie, and I can bring that with me. So there you go. That's prepare your MRFK. Cassiah, how do you do it when you travel?
I love that. Obviously, the biggest thing that I always do, it's not always possible for me to take a cooler full of food when I'm flying on international flights and whatnot, but the Zen Fuse has been great. So I will take that and package it in little baggies. I also have these little twist containers that you can put a scoop or two in to make sure that you can mix them. I love my little blender shaker. I actually have a glass water bottle that I like to take to travel with. And then sometimes at the airport, if I need ice or water or whatever, I'll just run into a Subway and be like, hey, can I just pay you for a drink? Or I'll buy a bottle of water and then I'll ask them for a drink and a lid so that I can mix it in there. So it's just about being prepared. Also, I love bars. I tend to do those a lot when I travel, and nuts are great. Also, I get room service sometimes just because I'm super busy, and I'll always ask them, you know, light or no oil. I get my omelets. I posted a great picture when I was in Europe of what they had brought me to my room for my room service, which was great. So you just have to ask. So it is possible. It is totally possible to do it. You just have to know what you're looking for and certainly ask. But the Zen Fuse, I don't travel without it. I also love I can't believe I can't even think of the amino acids. Why is this
Fit?
This is unbelievable. Thank you. Zen Fit, I love, and I always keep it in my purse no matter what, because I actually really enjoy drinking that as well. So it's just about being prepared and taking stuff with you on the go. So,
and one more, I love that, because you made me think of two things that I didn't talk about.
Okay.
So when you travel internationally, every single time, and we did this when we went from LA to Canada, I had to dump out my nuts and my fruit. And then right when I got to Canada, because when you go international, you can't take nuts or fruit or any type of meat. You can take bars, like packaged bars or protein bars like Quest or Power Crunch. You can bring all of those. But anything that actually was live or something, you can't bring. So I dump it out and then I go and I shop. And whenever I'm traveling in the States, I always make sure that I go to a grocery store and I stock up. And then at the airports, I just fill up my water. A lot of the airports now have filtered water. So a lot of times I'll post something and someone will say in the group, yeah, but Mark, you can't bring water on airplanes. Yeah, you dump it out or you drink it when you go through security. And then before you board, you fill it up again. It's just being prepared. That's what your MRFK is all about. And I love what you talked about with restaurants, because when you're on the go, when you're traveling, you follow the same program you're doing at home. You're the boss. Where's my protein? Where's my fat? Where's my carb? Eating out doesn't affect anything. I'm going to do a Facebook Live this week on how to make your MRFK and how to order in restaurants in the group.
I love that. Also, I'm going to throw in there one more thing and then we're going to move on. I do also, I love to go to the grocery store. Like sometimes when I go to Orlando to work at headquarters for a week at a time, the first thing I do is I go to the grocery store. I have a refrigerator in my room. So I get stuff, I get bars, I get water, I get the things that I need for the week so that I can still maintain a normal PFC even while I'm on the go or traveling, because that's more of a stable environment for me. I know I'm going to be there for a week, so I always hit up the grocery store. So that's a great tip too. You actually, when you travel, can go shop and get the food that you need and bring it back to your hotel or bring it to wherever you're staying. All right. We can talk about this all day, Mark. I just love doing this with you. So fun. All right. So that's our first tip. It's just about being prepared, guys. It's getting your MRFK and prepping. It's planning, right? Mark, what's the second tip you got for us?
So the second tip, and this was a new thing when we moved to Georgia, because in California and LA in particular, every day seems like a day of sunshine, but you have to get active outside. So summer, we have cold months. So when fall comes, it gets a little bit colder. Not as much like if you're in North Dakota. I've been in North Dakota in the wintertime. It is not fun. You want to exercise inside. So in summer, vary it up and get outside. You want to do at least 1 to 2 times a week of outside activity. Maybe that's hiking. Me, Hunter, and our 2 dogs, Spark and Snowball, our standard poodles, we go once a week. I put a weighted vest on, and Abby and Hope come when they're ready. And then we go hiking. We go bike riding. So activities that you typically don't do in winter and you don't do during the fall or when it gets colder, get active and go do that. Second, make sure, pick a summer sport. I love tennis. So right here, I love soccer, but I love tennis. So Cassiah, when I travel, when I did a tour of Paris a couple years ago, London, I went to Roland Garros with the racket, played on the clay courts, went to Wimbledon. So these are all cool stuff. I love tennis. So find something that you can do that is unique to you. So if you've never picked up a racket, hey, get creative. Maybe it's racquetball. Maybe it's something. But I would say do something outside that you can have fun with. Then also, if you're traveling on vacation, this is what I do. I bring 2 things with me when I travel. I bring a TRX. This is like a workout in a bag. It's called suspension training. So when I open this up right here, and it's not inexpensive. It's about $200. But once I bought it, I use it everywhere. I hang this on my door. This goes into the door. I can do under or over. And then right here, I can do push-ups. I can do pull-ups. I can do anything with this. It fits in this little bag. I can carry this on the plane. I can put it under luggage. For cardio, I bring a jump rope. Very simple. So if I'm in a jam, I can simply do this. So whether you're on vacation or during summer, get active, get outside. If you're on vacation, find ways how you can work out if you're in a jam, but also challenge yourself and get out there. What do you do when you're on the road, Cassiah?
When I'm on the road, I always try to work out. I also respect my body because I can really get tired from just being jet lagged. And I know when I'm pushing myself, but I always try to just move, whether I get a great workout in the fitness center with the treadmill and some weights, or if I just get outside and take a walk in a beautiful park at a fast pace. I love that. When I travel with my family, we ride bikes. When I'm with my friends in Dallas, we play sand volleyball. You know, we get out, we do stuff. We're really active. So just moving around. I love to be outside. I love to be outdoors. So I'm usually game for anything, even being by the ocean. If you're close to the water, you know, walking through the sand down the beach side, it's so beautiful. It's an experience and you're moving your body. So a lot of times you don't have to work out super intensely and be this mega athlete, but just moving our bodies is so important, and you'll feel so much better for doing it.
So I have a challenge for anyone who lives by a river, a lake, or an ocean. We have a river and a lake here. We're going to start paddleboarding. So you can paddleboard, you can raft. We bought a bunch of rafts that we're going to go on. So get creative. This is the thing with summer, is if you follow the same routine that you follow during the fall, winter, and spring, you might burn yourself out when you go to the fall. The whole thing about the seasons is to try new foods, get new exercise in, make it fun, and get active. And that's how you live on plan, and you actually build momentum throughout the summer leading into fall.
For sure. It's funny because I'm actually, with my family now in Pennsylvania, and just chasing these kids around is like a full-time job. I swear. I'm like, I am burning so many calories at the playground just running around and chasing my nephew and swinging from the monkey bars with these guys. So it's also about involving your family and doing things with the people that you love. It doesn't have to feel like, oh, I'm going to, isolate myself and go exercise. It's things you can do as a family. It's stuff that can actually bring that camaraderie and that team building aspect into your family. So I think that's super important as well, and makes it more fun.
100%. So those are our first two. Get prepared with the MRFK, get active throughout the summer and on vacation, be prepared with that. And then the last one, Cassiah, it's pretty straightforward. Have a plan when you're on vacation. So this is the key. The worst thing you can do is say, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I'm going to stay on plan. I'm going to eat clean. And then you go off plan and you feel guilty about it. Make a choice going into it. If you've rocked the Zen Project 8 program for the past 8 weeks, and you want to take a week off and go for it, go for it. Come back and detox when you come back. So go in with your eyes wide open. So if you just want to have a week off, go for it. Get back on plan. If you want to be on most of the time and off a little bit, maybe you do 3 off-plan meals throughout your vacation, and you eat in 3s consistently all the way up to those off-plan meals. Take that plan on. If you want to have some alcohol, if you want to have some beer or some vodka, Chelsea Handler, one of my dearest friends, when we talked about this, and Cassiah, that's why you remind me, not from the point of the comedian, but just your energy reminds me so much of the power of Chelsea, is she loves to drink. And she said, Mark, I'm going to drink and I'll eat clean on our exercise, but what can I do? I said, okay, have a shot of vodka, some salmon, and some asparagus. And that became that. You take out your starchy carbs. If you're a dad for Father's Day, if you want some beer, go for it. Just don't have the potatoes or the chips or the rice. Just have some protein. You go caveman style. Have some lean ground beef with a beer and maybe some veggies, some carrots. That's like a little meal there. So go for it. Make choices. Don't feel guilty about it. Cut your starches if you're going to have some alcohol, and have fun when you're on vacation.
I love it. It's a game plan though. And what you said was, it's okay. You just have to decide, like, okay, for the next 2 days, I'm going to allow myself to do whatever, and then hop right back on. So excellent tips. I think that's fantastic. So very good. All right. So recap really quickly our 3 tips for tonight.
So number 1, be prepared with your MRFK, your mobile risk food kit. Have a plan when you're eating out, with your cooler, with the right tools and your favorite protein, fats, and carbs. Have a plan for that, and your water. Number 2, use your activity outside. Challenge yourself, whether it's taking a sport like tennis up, or it's hitting the water, or it's just 1 to 2 days a week. Getting out there, something new to your fat burning cardio or your high intensity cardio or your strength training. And number 3, when you're on vacation, have a plan and make a choice. Are you on? Are you not on? Are you halfway on? No guilt associated with it. If you want to drink, drink. Just get right back on plan and make sure that your actions meet your expectations with your goals. And when you come back, detox.
I love it. All right, guys. So that should set you up to win big this summer. Hope you enjoyed those tips from Mark.
One more thing, because I forgot. When you exercise, make sure 30 minutes before, if you want to burn fat, you do your Zen shape and you're fit. This is what I do every time before exercise. I do this actually 3 times a day, but you do it 30 minutes before when you do that. And then that's going to help counter some of those extra off-plan meals or alcohol that you have when you're vacationing.
Perfect. Yes, I keep those in my purse. I keep the whole bottle in my purse. It's like ridiculous, but I do. They are amazing, and I try to remember to take them as much as I possibly can. So always before I eat and now before I work out. So great tips. Thank you for bringing that in. The Zen products are really outstanding. Next segment, we've got our All-Stars, which are back tonight. We've got some really special ones we're going to be featuring. Tonight's focus is Zen-fused shakes with unique twists. We like seeing your creativity. Now, I'll tell you what, Mark, we've got some really, really interesting submissions inside of that group tonight. You want to introduce us to our winners?
Yeah, the first one. So we started thinking about looking at this, and the summer shake got us all motivated. But this one should have been one of the competitors. But for some reason, Bobby Kuhn did not submit this, but she got the Zen Shake Tropical All-Star with her Zen Pineapple Colada, little colada style. So let me bring this in here. Hold on, I got to bring up my screen. Look at this. Look at this product placement here and the little pineapple. I just love it. She's got the pineapple. She's got the Zen Fuse, the vanilla, and it just makes me want to drink. That's colada style right there, Cassiah. I
love that. I think I see a half a banana. Looks like some pineapple or some mango maybe. I don't know what's all in that, but I'll tell you what, it looks amazing. And look, she did my tip. She showed the ingredients she's using. It helps us paint a picture for what we're about to eat or drink. I think it looks fabulous. So kudos, Miss Bobby. We love you. You look amazing. Thank you for this great submission. Well done.
Yeah, and Bobby, you should have submitted that. Come on. That's why we have a competition here. Now, the next one, she gets a double all-star. So this is Michelle. I am not good at pronouncing names. I'm just telling everybody. Gathier Bell. And she did something that I know for all the tea lovers out there. She did a chai tea latte and a meal. So let me first show you the latte here. Because this latte, I think everyone's a little craving this right here. Look at this little chai tea latte here with a little bit of cinnamon with it.
Is that a cinnamon stick she stuck in there?
Yes.
Oh, I wish you could download food from the internet and just like have it right. Can we print this, please? That looks so amazing. I want that. You know what? On a side note, Mark, I wanted to throw out there that one thing I do when I'm on the road too is I do a lot of iced tea. I love stuff from Starbucks, and I put a little bit of stevia in it, but it just helps meet some sort of like need in my life for either something tasty or sweet or delicious or whatever without the added calories. So I love that she said chai tea here. I think that's great for tea lovers.
And remember the iced tea, we have to make sure that when you're in the South, what I learned when I moved from California is that there's a sweet tea and then there's a non-sweet tea. Make sure you get the non-sweet tea.
Exactly. And add stevia or whatever for your healthy sweetener, I think is great. But that looks fantastic. Great job.
Well, look at this one. Another one from Michelle. This is what I love because Michelle started it. She's rocked the detox. I think she said she dropped like 6 or 7 pounds. She feels great. She shows that shake. But then she also showed, remember, because this isn't just about shakes. This is about real food as well. It's a combination of the two. So she showed this picture, which is it's scallops in quinoa. And just love that food presentation on that.
That looks amazing. Wow, is that beautifully done? Great job. Even look at how she took the photo from above the food so you can kind of look down and see what you're getting. Kudos to you, Michelle. That looks fantastic.
And now our last one, our third all-star, and I just love the all-stars, Andrea Batchelor. And this one, man, you just brought a smile to my heart and my face. It's a family all-star. She talks about how her whole family's on it. But does it get better than this when we start seeing Zen mustaches? Look at this. Look at the little Zen mustache there.
Oh my goodness, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Cute.
So that's
Look,
that.
I was
What
going
do
to
you
say,
think about that, Cassiah?
look at her little subject line. I don't always drink protein shakes, but when I do, I prefer Zen Fuse. So funny. I love the little quote there. That is hilarious. How adorable.
So everyone, so All Stars, you know, we love our community. It's Cassiah, it's been so great to have you back because I miss you. We all miss you. And I love the back and forth. And the goal with these webcasts, as everyone knows, the community, is to help provide you with real information that sets you up to win, to live your best health.
Exactly. And Mark, it's always a pleasure to be here. I am so excited to be joining you again. And I'll be here next Monday night, which will be June 20th. And we are going to talk about how to lead ZP8 inside of your community. So that will be really fun. I'm really excited about next week's broadcast. Of course, such a pleasure to be here with you, Mark. Such a pleasure to serve our community, which is just thriving and absolutely amazing. We love you guys. Thank you for your contributions that you make on a daily basis to help keep us all inspired and motivated and connected and educated, informed. The recipes that you post, the pictures, being vulnerable and sharing in your journeys is really what this community is all about. So we thank each and every one of you who are watching. Mark, again, on behalf of all of our viewers and our community, we thank you for your expertise and for your love and care for our community.
Oh, thanks so much, Cassiah. I just love everything. I love our community. And I want everyone to remember next week when we talk about the community side and how to lead it, remember that 75% of the adult American population will be overweight or obese by 2020. Our movement is about making a forever difference to end the dieting madness, to provide people with hope that once have lost hope. And we are doing that together. So just thank you for everything that everyone does that's part of Zen. And Cassiah, thanks for leading this show with us across the board when you travel the world. And thanks for coming back and making the time to lead it with me.
It's my pleasure. I can't wait to do it from my home in Dallas next week. As always, you guys, thanks for watching. If you like tonight's show, make sure you share it with everyone you know, love, and care about. And of course, we'll see you next time. Wishing you nothing but success this week on your Zen Project date. Remember, PFC, everything 3. We'll see you on the next broadcast. Bye-bye.
Bye.